How to set up relative strength ranking to find strongest stocks in the market. If you know about the Investors Business Daily, they have popularized this relative strength ranking, which they use, and they say you should like and select stocks with relative strength above 80. Or in the last video which I did where I talked about the Minervini method, I talked about his one of these criteria is that the stock should have a IBD relative strength rating above 70. So what is relative strength, or what is IBD relative strength, and how you can mimic or create a similar kind of method or ranking method mechanism in Telechart. That way you don't have to depend on data from MarketSmith or any other source, and you can do this on your own without depending on external data source, or you have more flexibility of doing it. You can scan your own list. So in order to find that, there is a very simple way to do this in Telechart, and I'll show you how to do this. The IBD style relative strength is basically, it is a weighted moving average of 4 prices. So if you see this particular scan condition or scan for column in Telechart, this has 4 conditions. This is condition 1, which is like, this is condition 2, this is condition 3, or this is condition 4. It's not really condition, that's like a rate of change which you are calculating. So in this particular case, the first one, what you're doing is you're doing finding the price percent change for 63 days and giving it 2 times the weightage. So this is C divided by C63 is basically price today divided by price 63 days ago. So, and you're giving 2 times the weightage to that. Then the next C by C 126 is basically price percent change in last 6 months or 2 quarters, 63 days and 126. That's double. Now this is basically 3 quarters because you're taking 63 days here, so it is 189. So that's basically you're taking a price percent change for 3 quarters here. And then this particular thing is price percent change for 4 quarters. So if you look at this formula, it is a weighted moving average where the recent price gets more weightage. That means the way when it is calculated, and if you look at mathematically, this particular C by C63 actually gets 4 times the weight. Why it gets a 4 times weight? Because we are given 2 times weight here. And C by 63 will also be part of C by C 126 because when you are taking a data set of 126 days, the 63 days data is included in that. So it's another 1 weight. And here again, you get additional weight on the 63, and here again you get additional weight. So it actually gets 5 times the weightage, while C by C126 will get 3 weights because this is 1 time. Here again the 126 data is included, and here again 126 data is included, while this gets 2 weightage because this is like a 1 time here, and it will also be included in 252. So it's a way of calculating momentum basically with giving weightage, or it's like basically a weighted moving average of rate of change. That's what it is. Now this particular kind of ROC is used to rank stocks. Once you rank the stock, then you convert that into a percentile rank, and then something will have a percentile rank of 99. What it means is it is outperforming 99% of the stock. Something which has a percentile rank of 1, it means like it's in the bottom 1% in terms of price percent change or this value. So if you understand that this value is what you are sorting it by, the percentile rank is basically just a mathematical manipulation to get it. Now, in order to find stocks with 70 plus relative strength rating, all that you need to know is rank stocks by this particular value, and I'll show you how to do this. Like say you go into Telechart, and now this particular thing which we looked at, we can just copy this particular columns, and we create a column here. That's a column condition. So what we will do is we'll insert a column here. So insert a column and write a new formula, and we give it say a name IBD RS, okay, or relative strength basically, and then you put in that formula which we had there. So basically what it does is it gives you a value for that particular column. So once you get that, what you will find is that here this is a universe of stocks, 3000 stocks. So this particular stock is ranked number 1. Obviously you can see why it will be ranked number 1, because in last 1 year it made a big move, which is a buyout basically. But like say this is like again second ranked, this is third ranked, and this is fourth ranked, and you can find out why, because you're taking about 1 year of database. So you're looking at price from say April to April, you can see that why it will be ranked higher, or this Pulse Bioscience or AY or Kala. So these are higher ranked stocks if you sort it by this particular column. Now once you have this column set, what you can do is, like, if you want to find stocks with relative strength above 70, so easiest way to do that is you go to the stock and say you put your stocks, and you add a condition, which is the formula, the sort column which we created just now, which is IBD. Okay, and once you have this column, what you do is, instead of taking the value, you rank, and then you'll get this sliding bar. And all that you want to do is, like, you want to take stocks with IBD relative strength rank above 70. So once you put that in, what it does is it will give you 1552 stocks. Obviously we don't have a liquidity condition, or we don't have a volume condition here, so you can add a liquidity condition, which I already have, which is basically the volume in last 3 days must be about 100,000. If you add that condition, you will get 971 stocks in this particular thing. Okay, now you can add a price condition to eliminate very low price stocks, because there'll be a lot of stocks which will be priced at few cents, and they will like come in your rating. So you want to, like, say, take only stocks priced above 5, so then you can get stocks priced above 5, and you get 887 stocks. Now supposing you want to, like, basically focus on stocks which are in the 5% or like with 95 plus rating, so you can set it up at like 95. So you set it up at 95. What you get is you get 241 stocks, and this is the number 1 ranked, this is number 2, number 3, and you can get this in any which way you want. Okay, so this is the simplest way you can set up a relative strength ranking in Telechart. Now there are simpler ways to do this than using this particular way of doing it. One of the disadvantage of this is it is using a 1-year data, so it might be slower to catch a new move. So if you want to create a scan which will get you relative strength much quicker on a shorter time frame kind of a thing, or 6 months kind of a thing, instead of like creating such a complicated thing, what you can do is you can just do a very simple kind of a column. You add a simple column, and say let's call that 6 month RS. Okay, so there is no column like that, so we go back and write a new formula, and we call this 6 RS. And the simplest way to do that is C divided by average C 126. So this is a 6 month moving average. Basically what you're doing is you're finding relative strength for 6 months using this particular way of ranking stocks. So if you get that, what you do is, like, if you sort this, you'll see that this is in 6 months this stock make the big move, so this has come. Now see, if you see this particular stock in IBD rating, it is not ranked as highly, but like here it has just started the move. Your 6 month scan will find it much faster. So 6 months relative strength will help you find stocks much faster. And same way as what we did with the other scan, you can create a sort condition. Like you can, like, and I say, go to the universe and add condition of liquidity and add condition of price to eliminate low price stocks. Say price above 5, and then what you can do is you can add your 6 RS condition if it is there, 6 we call this MDT basically. So you have the same thing, C by average C 126, and you can, like, then again what you can do is you can either use a ranking, and you say, look, and I want rank above say 95. So you set it up at 95, and what you will get is stocks which have 6 months momentum. And you'll find stocks which are just starting out moves much faster using a 6 month momentum than using a 1 year momentum, the way the earlier scan was trying to find out. So if you get like, you get this here, and these are some of the stocks which are ranked higher by the 6 months move rating. Now if you don't want to use 6 months, you can create a 1 quarter relative strength. And in order to create 1 quarter relative strength, basically you can use the TI65, which is a column which I already have here. And what it is basically it's average C7 by average C65. So you can create a column which sorts stocks by this particular column, which is the relative strength by 1 quarter. So if you want to go back to and look at what stocks are ranked highest, you can just go and rank it by TI65. If you see by TI65, you will see that this is the number 1 ranked stock again. Now this is a stock which has just started its move. So it's easier to find stocks when you have different kind of relative strength. Like this particular Angie is it's buyout anyway, but say SJMO. So you can use a shorter relative strength once you know how to create these kind of sorting mechanisms for sorting stocks on relative strength. You can create your own sorts, and that way you will be able to find these stocks much quicker, and you'll have much more flexibility. So if you understand the concept of relative strength and how to rank stocks by relative strength, it's really easy to set up your own criteria and find stocks which are just starting out moves, which you will not find using a longer relative strength kind of a thing like this. So I've shown you 3 ways to do it. You can do it using the IBD way of ranking stocks. You can do it using 6 months, or you can do it using 3 months. Okay, if you're an active trader, obviously you want to use a shorter time frame because you want more opportunities. You want to find a move much quicker, and that way you can use TI65. If you're intermediate term trader, then you can use a 6 months. If you're really longer term kind of a moves you're looking for, then you can use this IBD style, or it mimics an IBD style relative strength. So I hope this video will give you some idea as to how to set up relative strength in Telechart and then run scans on it using your own criteria, so that you have more flexibility and you can find stocks and setups much quickly, and you don't miss out on a major move, because the whole point of using relative strength is to find the fastest moving stocks in the market. And when you want to find the fastest moving stocks in the market, you want to find them as soon as possible or as early as possible in their move. Because if you take a stock like this, say let's take a cow. Okay, now this is a stock which made a big move. But if you can find it early, like TI65 will find it much earlier in its move. As against that, if you use the ranking like IBD, it will get ranked in high rank much later in its move. By that time, bulk of the move might be over. So as active trader, you want to find relative strength of shorter duration. And if you want to find relative strength of shorter duration, you can use TI65, which is a 1 quarter relative strength, or you can use 6 month relative strength, which basically gives you stocks which have relative strength on a half yearly basis. And this is the one where it's a slightly complicated way of doing it, which is basically does a relative strength using a weighted moving average. So if you like to know more about these kind of topics, you can always leave a message for me on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can benefit from some of the ways of finding stocks with high relative strength, or various ways of finding stocks for swing trading.